You have a piece of my fur not on your face. This was on me, dude. But I've got your back. So, I didn't really know, don't sit on here. I didn't really know what video I wanted to do today. Really. And so a part of me wanted to do a makeup tutorial, but I'm not in the mood to do my makeup right now, but I wanted to make a video. Another part of me was like, dude, read something that you wrote a while ago, because that's something that I wanted to do, because something that I think helps when you are like going through anything, good times, bad times, sad times, is to write, whether it be a story about what you're going through, a story that has nothing to do with what you're going through, just your thoughts, or anything like that, you know what I'm saying? So, but I haven't known how I wanted to do it, because I've seen videos where people, like sit on a cool stool and then they have memorized their writing, and they say in kind of like a poetic style, and it's like, it's really nice. It's not really like, you know, Cynthia. It's not really like that, but more so just therapeutic and just speaking it out instead of reading it. I wanted to do that, but there's no way in hell I can memorize anything, even if I've read it myself. So, I'm just gonna read this. I don't know how I'm gonna read it. I don't know if my tone is gonna change. I don't even remember what I wrote. I wrote it last year, before my dad even passed away. And, it's been a year today since my dad passed away. I don't know. It's weird. So, I'm gonna read this, and I'm hoping this is gonna still record. I'm sure it will. But, yeah, I'm just gonna read this, and even though, yeah, I don't remember if this is something I wrote as like a memory or anything, like when I even wrote this, why I wrote this. So I wake up and I look over at my dog. Wait. My eyes are fixed, staring at the middle of his abdomen. I see a sudden twitch, a shallow breath. Check. I make my way over to the gate. I gently pick up the handle, knowing every inch of the house, every floorboard that cracks, every square inch of the carpet that moans. I know the house like the back of my hand. I press the button, a beep echoes, and I hope it's not too loud. 60. I bump it up to 70, at least for the time being, and I stop. I'm at the bottom of the stairs, and darkness is the only thing following the climb. I listen. I hear the quiet noise of a faraway sleep. Check. It's been 3 years with my mornings filled with tiptoeing, checking to see if everyone is still alive. I'm hoping there will be a day where I stand at the bottom of the stairs and hear nothing but peaceful silence. Anyone who's lived with the dying knows this feeling all too well. The when, the where, the how. You think about everything you'll need to do. I'll have to call 911. I'll have to call Justin. I'll have to tell him I found him lifeless. But what if I'm alone? Like with Mom. But I'm hoping it's peaceful and it happens in his sleep. I can't hear those screams again, and I can't see that type of pain and fear in a human's eyes again. I can't touch another dead body. The cold skin, the blue fingertips, the elephant skin. He's in pain, day in and day out. He can't sleep either. He probably listens for me just like I listen for him. His voice is painful. It's quiet. It's raspy. He's sick. He's been sick. But now it's starting to show. His stomach sticks out more than normal. Tumors. Growing. Taking up space. His head is starting to bald. And all I can think is, here soon I'm going to be bald. Whatever he goes through, I'm going to go through. He helped me place myself on this earth. I owe it to him. His neck hurts. His shoulder hurts. Cancer, the doctor says. I think it's cancer in his shoulder. PET scan tomorrow. Ineligible for any case study. Like a young football player. Grades too low to play in the big game. Dad's facing the game of life. His arm hurts. His wrist. He has another lump forming on the back of his hand. I wonder if he's scared. I don't want him to be scared. Please don't be scared. His ankle hurts. His back. The pills don't work. I know that feeling all too well. This is just another test. Just another test. I forget I had another knee surgery. I forget I'm even in a body. I blink the tears away. I force myself to forget what's happening. Force? It happens on its own. I swallow whatever's left in my mouth, but my mouth is dry. My teeth are chipping away in cavities at just the next door neighbor. My leg hair is starting to fall out. You can tell exactly what hair is a part of me and what can be pulled out with a gentle tug. That's one of them. It's the ones that are thinning, thick towards the top, thick at the bottom, or vice versa, will have a darker bit at the very entrance of the pore, signaling its farewell. I have a strange bump that is coming and going on my left eye, in the bottom eyelid, and in the inner corner. My skin looks like that of a child who's fallen asleep with beads in her hand while making a bracelet. I want to pick at every lump and bump on my face, squeeze it till my eyes water, and my hands shake with pain. Wipe the blood away, smear it on my pajamas, and walk away. Walk away from the mirror, thinking the point of interest will just disappear. Kind of like the rest of me. I left my body a while ago. I come and go as I please. I watch my dreams from afar, sitting in a recliner. I see my mother. I wake up to check my father. I used to do the same thing with my mom. It's like checking on a sleeping baby. Only I'm checking to see if death has arrived. Silently hoping, not out of spite, out of my heart I have as a human. A heart that is ready to be done seeing all the pain. Seeing all the pain in another being's eyes. Knowing it's not them, it's their body. I pretend it's not happening. I forget it's even happening. But every morning, I stand at the bottom of those steps and listen for one thing. The sound of my father's breath. The cats are old too, and it's just a matter of time before I find them too. It's all just a matter of time. How can one smile? How can one be positive every single day? I used to be. Now with the days goes the happiness. The carefree feeling of this thing we call life. How can one be so happy? How can one recover from such sights? I'm too old to be crying anymore, but I still do. I cry so hard my body falls to the ground. I scream at my mother for still allowing all these things to happen to me, but it's not her, it's me. I signed up for this and I just keep forgetting that I signed the contract, and I keep forgetting everything is set in stone. Maybe you don't go to hell for the things you do. What if you go to hell for the things you didn't do? The sun will always rise again. The sun will always shine. The stars will always be there. And the grass will always grow. But what about the people? What about the young adults who are only 20 but feel like they're a 65-year-old woman? What about the ones who are already ready? Who want to see their mom? Who are ready to be with their mom? Sometimes I forget what it's like to have a mother. What it's like to be happy. Truly happy. Not needing anyone else. Just your mother. I remember that. But I don't remember what it's like to have her. It's just memories. Just one picture hanging up around the house. Just one. One here, one there. It's just the writings on the walls. In the closet behind the door. Her jeans are still there. They aren't mine to touch. I still smell her clothes. I think to myself, Dad's things are next. Hiding, secrets, fear. I wake up every morning before the sun. I go to the bottom of the stairs and wait to hear the sound of life. The sound of a heart still beating. The sound of a father still alive. I know the day will come. It's just how, when, where. Will I call right away? Will I be shocked, frozen in time, standing over my father? How will it happen? What will it look like? How will it affect me? I felt the death of my mother. I didn't think anything could hurt me more. I loved her. I love her. I need her. I'm too old to be feeling so helpless. I'm too old to be crying as much as I do. I tell myself, grows up. This happens to everybody. I wonder what other people my age are doing. Do they hurt this much? Do they know what it's like to barely eat in a day? To have their teeth give up on them and have their body hair falling out already? I wonder if they've ever felt a dead body, if they've ever had a chance to change a dead body into new clothes. What it's like to try to force the mouth of a dead person closed. What it feels like, what it smells like, what it looks like. Then after to write her a note, using the edge of her bed right next to her lifeless body, to write her a note and tuck it in with her so she can be cremated with me, so she could go together with me, my last words, her last breath, our last memory. Do they know what it's like to see a black vehicle drive away from their house carrying out their mom's body, feeling abandoned and alone? Weird things happen sometimes. This house has seen just as much as me. It's supported the events with its foundation and hid it between its walls. Walking in, you would never imagine the screams, the pain, the darkness. You would never know about the uninvited presence at night, the voices, the noises. I wake up every morning and I stand at the bottom of the stairs and my mind goes in circles. My ears are pointed, listening and waiting. I wonder if I'll remember this forever, even after I die. Will I have to stand at the bottom of the stairs and wait for my breath to give and then be okay to proceed in the morning? Will I have someone who checks on me like a sleeping child? I feel weird, walking in groups of crowds. Thoughts are going through my head that no one else would even think, even dare, even imagine. I'm now out of place, trying to blend in, stay hidden, and stay a secret. So I wrote that February 1st of 2017 at 7:11 a.m. I'm sorry. It was a little bit dark. I didn't remember what I wrote. I'll put a like sensitive kind of content. It's interesting now being in the position where I'm on the laptop. I typed that on the couch while my dad was upstairs sleeping, and like now no one's here. It's been a while, and I'm just reading it now today, over a year later, a year and 2 months. Yeah. But I write a lot. Not all of it is as dark, but a lot of it is. I'm not gonna sit here and lie, but it's something that it really, really has helped me. I will type something out for hours and not even know what I'm typing or like saying. It's just I'm letting my feelings just go out, and then I'll read it the next day and be so mesmerized by the words or just the way I strung things together that it's interesting just to see how my mind works in the past, and now reading back on how I was thinking and how I perceive things now. It's just really interesting. But I just wanted to share that with you guys. Yeah, I'm sorry it wasn't happy or anything like that, but I'm not, it takes time to accept a lot of things, so it's a day of remembrance. It doesn't matter, if you are going through the process of grief, then not ignoring you, just making a video. If you're going through a hard time, it doesn't necessarily matter how long it's been. So, time is of the essence. That's something I say all the time. And I truly believe it, but that doesn't mean let time fly doing meaningless tasks. But I do want to make more videos that kind of advice-wise, not just like this wasn't really advice. I kind of planned on reading this, but I didn't remember all that I wrote. It kind of annoys me when I read things and get emotional. Like I remember in college, I had a public speaking class, and I was also in a writing class because I want to write books, So we would sometimes unexpectedly, but I would kind of, you need to be prepared to share things aloud. But even when I would prepare, if I wrote about my mom or my dad or just anything, I would always get caught up, and like my voice would start shaking, and I'm like, dude, hold back the tears, like do not cry right now, like just read the words. But so that kind of I wish I would have been able to just read it and not do any of that. And then there were some interesting interruptions, but some things you gotta focus on and some things you don't need to focus on. But thank you for anybody who has taken the time to watch this. Just kind of in memory of some hard times, looking back on some hard times. So yeah, I hope you guys have an amazing day. And I don't want you guys to get like tired of my videos, but they just help me personally, and I want to make videos. So, yeah, thank you for watching this, and farewell, my friends.